Hey, what's up guys, Kudud here, and today I got a new gameplay for you guys. We are going to be playing a Game Battles match on Freight. This is Freight Call of Duty Ghost. What my opinion on Freight is, I haven't, like I said, for those of you that don't know, the only time I play this game is when I'm really bored or just when I have like no one else online and people are just either playing Ghost or they're playing something else. So when I get on Freight, or pretty much when I get on this game, I pretty much never really see Freight anymore because majority of the domination players, they just go for spawn traps, and I guess after they nerfed down one of the spawns on Freight, they don't really spawn at the A or C flag, whatever flag it was, I don't even remember. So I guess people don't really play Freight too much. I know it's a popular blitz map because it's really easy to get your streaks, go on a specialist bonus, and hold them in the spawn from what I remember. Now, this Game Battles match is really old. That's why you see me using two stunts. For those of you that don't know, the two stun grenades is now banned. It's only one stun grenade. So if anyone's going to use this video as any kind of reference, then I suggest you click away because most of the shit in this video is already banned. Now, what I just want to talk about real quick is how I play this map, period. I'm going to give some tips on this map because this is a recent Call of Duty game. Now, for public match, what I try to do on this match is I kind of just try to control the spawn. I try to keep them in their flag. When you do keep them in the flag base, it's really easy to hold the spawn, and it's a devastating spawn trap. Purely devastating. It's so easy to control this map. Really easy for one man to get the job done. Now, tips I could give you for weapons to use on this map, I could say that pretty much the way that this game is now, since they buffed up the vector, you're better off just using the vector on every single map, vector with red dot foregrip, or you could go with the bitch approach and use an MTAR with foregrip rapid fire. Now, that's what you hear from a competitive guy. If you were to hear it from a pub guy, I would say use a foregrip and suppressor on an MTAR, use suppressor and foregrip on the vector, or just use a Remington with extend, or AR of choice with a extended mags suppressor, whatever you're comfortable with. And on this map, this is one of the few maps in the game where lethal streaks can actually do some work, so don't be afraid to put on the Helo Pilot or the Trinity Rocket and just do some work. If you're using specialists, I suggest you run someone that has ballistic vest to support you because it's so easy to accidentally get shot in the back. Now, for competitive play, what I could say is my favorite weapon in this game is probably the MTAR or the Remington R5. The reason why it's the MTAR is pretty much the best gun in the game. It's stronger than most assault rifles at long range, or stronger than few assault rifles at long range, and it's better than almost every submachine gun at close range. Because paired with the no recoil, the medium rate of fire, the fast reload, and the great capacity, makes the weapon a great weapon. But majority of my kills in this gameplay, because this was like one of the first GBs I ever really ran on Call of Duty Ghost, this is kind of rusty for me. Actually, this is my first GB on Call of Duty Ghost, I believe. So this was a really rusty one. I was just trying to get the feel of it because, one, I don't even play Ghost, and two, I don't even know what I was really doing to expect. So the only things you can run really is Specialist. So pretty much the reason why I'm using white camo, not because I'm trying to blend in as the Advanced Warfare camo, which was released through the Call of Duty Advanced Warfare DLC pre-order bonus. But the other tips I could just pretty much give to you is we'll talk about team chemistry in this video as the topic of the day. Now, everybody knows what team chemistry is. It's how you play with another person. This can translate into gaming sports, esports, real-life sports. This could even team into, I don't know, maybe you play chess, maybe you play checkers. You require some kind of chemistry with your teammate to understand how they're going to play. What chemistry is how you play with your teammate and how fluent you guys are together. What chemistry can be based into in a real-life type of sport is, in a real-life scenario, is you like the person, you guys get along well, you don't really have to communicate a lot to understand what's going on, and you guys are just a good fit. Like in a football team, chemistry could be between a quarterback and a receiver. A receiver's got to know the timing of when a quarterback's going to throw, or the quarterback's got to know how long it takes a receiver to get to a certain area on the field to know exactly when to throw the ball. That's an example of chemistry. Now, in Call of Duty games, one example of chemistry is you can't have two submachine gun players play together and not know how to play any AR, or you can't have two clueless guys on the map play together because nothing good would come of it. Or another example of chemistry is you can't have a guy that has a mic and another guy that doesn't have a mic, or you guys have mics and you don't really know the call-outs. Or in the case with me and my partner here, which is Rick Uari, a.k.a. Panic Proteus, a.k.a. Dylan, me and him been playing together for a long ass time now, and it's at the point where we don't really even have to communicate as much as we used to. We kind of just make a call out, and it's just quiet for the rest of the match because our team chemistry is really, really strong, and our bond's really strong because we've been playing together for a long time now. So we don't really have to communicate as much as we usually want to. And now team chemistry is very important for any successful team, be it either public match, pub stomp, be it a pub stomping team, competitive team, anything. Just team chemistry is what brings you wins. Like for example, if you go to pub stomp and you have a support party, you have guys on your support party you're not used to playing with, and you see them set up in strange spots, and it's really hard for you to get to the spot that you have to go to in order to get them in the spawn trap. That's an example of very poor team chemistry. And some bad things that if you don't have team chemistry, and the biggest thing of all is if you don't get along with your teammate, there's a lot of mixed feelings, a lot of hatred. Things can really go down south. For example, my football team, not the team I was on, but back when I was my sophomore year, we the varsity team, because I didn't play varsity my sophomore year. The varsity team was very, very, very rebellious towards the coaches, and they didn't have a successful season whatsoever. What made them so rebellious was that the teammates didn't really like each other. They turned on each other. They turned on the coaches. So all bonds were broken. Team chemistry was lacking, and it just led to overall like really bad chemistry and hatred for each other's teams. Now, this kid said that we forfeited, but this is when the old rules were still in place, so it didn't even matter what he was saying for the most part. Now, what ends up happening in the video from here on is they kind of just start fucking around. They keep trying to get us to end the game so that way they have a reason to give us the loss. We did end up winning this game, so it didn't even matter. So this is what I want to point out next about team chemistry is, even when you argue with a teammate or when you fight with your teammate, you don't bring like on the football field. If you get hit the wrong way, or you feel like someone isn't playing by the rules or doing whatever, if you get hit the wrong way, it's so easy to start an argument. It's so easy to fight. Like I actually ended up arguing with one of my teammates and fighting with one of my teammates before quite a few times on the field. And the thing about team chemistry and being a team is you don't come off the field with hatred still. You don't come off the field with a chip on your shoulder, and you leave what happens on the field or inside the game or during the game, and what happens on the field stays on the field, and what you do outside of that doesn't carry into it. And that's where a lot of teams fail. A lot of teams break up. A lot of things that break teams happen outside the sport because of things that happened while they were playing. And it's a shame to see things like that happen. It happens to a lot of strong teams. You could take a look at a lot of NFL teams. Like the reason why some NFL players get released from playing is because, for example, I'll use Plaxico Burress. Plaxico Burress was a football player. I don't know if he was on the Giants, but I know he was on the Jets for a little bit. And after being on the Jets, he ended up getting asked to leave the Jets because he was a problem inside the locker room. But besides that, the reason why he was asked to leave the Giants, if he was on the Giants, I don't remember. But whatever team he was on, he ended up shooting himself right in the leg, and that ended up destroying the chemistry between him and his team, because his teammates refused to play on a team with him, and they refused to cooperate with him and affiliate with him, so he was asked to leave. Now that's really a shame, because that he did something stupid and it severed the bonds with his team. And things that happen off the field is what makes you family. And if you do things off the field that don't help out your team, then you're going against them and you're being selfish. My coach said that before, and I'm not preaching to anybody that's listening, but it's just some easy things to live by. It's just some wise words that you could take seriously or you cannot take seriously. But when you do something, when you're on a team, and if you do something like that doesn't benefit your team, you're being selfish. Like say like we're playing a Saturday night game or a Saturday morning game, and you go out with your buddies, and kids aren't even on the team, and you go act stupid and you get arrested and you can't play on Saturday's game and you're a starter. You really hurt your team and you sever team chemistry. And in situations like that, team chemistry is really hard to get back. And so it's like trust. It takes forever to build, but it takes only seconds to sever trust. It could take you 20 seconds to break someone's trust, but it could take 20 years to gain their trust, and it's really shameful. So, just what I just want to point out, especially, is for anyone that's forming a team or anyone that's on a team, just remember, respect your teammates, respect everyone on your team, even if you don't like them, even if you don't want to affiliate with them. Just do the right thing and try to do the right thing all the time, which is just pretty much all I could say. And the biggest thing is, if you are trying to start up some kind of team or some kind of partnership with somebody, or start a doubles team or find a good duo, make sure you have chemistry. Make sure you guys are serious when you need to be serious. You can joke around when it's time to joke around, or you guys can just pretty much just celebrate. Do well. That's all that matters. Just have fun when it's time to have fun. Be serious when it's time to be serious, and just let your partnership carry you to whatever dreams you want. Hope you guys enjoy. It's been cool, dude.